We had a blizzard, so we're going to have a white Christmas. This is Christmas Eve, and we had 20 millimeters of rain, and the temperature dropped. We had 20 centimeters of snow. I came out, I shoveled this pathway on the bridge, but there's like 2 inches of crud that I couldn't shovel up. Now we're going to have a bit of warmer above freezing temperatures, and there is some rain in the forecast before the year's out. So I thought I'd come out today and just give a weather update on what we've got Christmas Eve and 2023. Now it was a blizzard, so along with the snow we had some wind, and we're going to go around and see what trees are down. And I can see 2 right now, but from here I'm going to zoom in on, you see that one there? So that was a tall skinny one. Before the rain started I was out and I seen that one swaying quite a bit, but that fell down when the wind switched around. The wind went northerly, so this area is a little bit protected from the northerly wind, so I don't know exactly what damage. I do see another one over there. Even if the snow didn't melt, I packed down the first couple of snowfalls in my driveway because it's just a gravel driveway and it's very difficult to actually shovel the driveway smooth, completely clear. So I packed down, have a layer of packed snow that I shovel off during the winter. And we're coming out here because also I like to check this row of trees. For the most part they're hanging on pretty tight, but every now and then you'll get one, and I think so this leaning one here, he was leaning before. Seems like he's leaning a bit more. And then there's one outside of it, out there, that looks like it's starting to fall out toward the water. Oh, wait a minute, it wasn't, because it was actually, this was the leaning tree before, so that's a new thing. See, you've got a leaning tree there, that one was leaning before, not this one. So that's a new lean. I don't know if this shows up on the video or not. So that's squirrel tracks. He went over and he went around the compost bin over there. But that, I think, is rat tracks. It lives in that pile. And they go over and they try to dig in underneath the hen house. So now we're up where I was cutting wood. That's the tree there that I zoomed in on from below. Looks like the other one I mentioned broke off up high. You see, broke off there and is leaning across. Oh, one fell right flat down. Let's go to the bottom of that one, see what's the top of that tree, right there. So that spruce tree right there, see, it's broke off halfway up. I think that's safe there right now. so that I can take down this piece and then take down that birch that piece is caught up in so that it doesn't fall down on top of me. Ooh, this is not nice. I didn't want that one to fall down. That's a big tree, and remember, I did the dead edge, and I wanted that one to stay there because it would have been part of the trees that I would pile the dead edge up against. But it come out of the ground, looks like roots and all. Its roots came right out of the ground over there. But you see, this is what I've been trying to get across, that why I said it's just as well for me to start cutting down this forest, because I had gotten to the point out back where I was, most of the what I could find that looked sick was I had a cut, and I was just starting to have to cut fresh wood. So I'm going to do that, might as well do it in my backyard. Plus a lot of these trees, as I've been telling you, are not growing. And so we had this one broke off, we had that one snapped, we had that healthy looking fir over the other side that roots started to come out of the ground. Now we have this one that's came out of the ground by the roots. They're at that point where they haven't been able to grow any since for a while, and they're starting to rot out in the center, or their roots are they're starting to die from the roots up. If you got another one in there, we'll go over closer. Looks like it might be two. Snapped off a one of the aspen here somewhere. Yeah, that small aspen right there, it snapped off. It's kind of bad because I think that smaller one here, he was fairly healthy, it looks like. But this big one coming down just pulled it right down. And it's not two, it's the chunk splits into two, see? So I got that big one, this small one, the aspen that's broken. It once again turned out by the roots. That's where it's difficult. See, when they're dying from the roots up, you can notice the lean on them, but sometimes the bark looks fairly healthy still, but the roots came out of the ground here, and you see this one, as the big one fell that way, it also pulled the roots of this one, and now it's leaning over against there. This one is probably going to stay. I'm not going to cut it down right away because I want to wait until the growing season to cut down. You see that? Witch's broom, we call it. I'm hoping to be able to show you a little botany thing, but I need to wait for the growing season for that. So the branches in one of the aspen there, that's all broken up there on the top. You just walk by this one, this fir tree here. It's leaning right over. Didn't notice when we walked right by it. Don't think you can tell on the camera, but That fir tree has quite a lean on it too, which I did notice before. So it's probably due to the windstorm yesterday. Well, that's unexpected. Once again, you see something coming out by the roots. This one went that way, and that one's going the other way. Didn't expect one of them to be blown out. Guess I should tell you where we are, eh? We're up on the top flat now, where the mulberry trees are planted. Oh dear. Going to have to cut that one up. Don't know what trees that I... Interesting. We must have had some strong wind. Remember the tree that I pointed out that was leaning? That's this tree. The wind blew it back against the lean and put it out here. So that was some strong wind up here. There's another tree on the outside its roots are disturbed. Oh, maybe it isn't, because there's another tree still leaning back, the smaller tree. So maybe this is the new tree. Yeah. So the other tree is still there. This one was blowing this way, and it disturbed the roots, so that small one on the outside in, it's leaning out now. There's another skinny one in there somewhere. I seen it from the other side, but there's a lot of trees there, so I'm not going to bother with it. Maybe, yeah, here we are. You can see it going across right there. So that one is blowing over, but it'll take an awful lot of work to get that out, so I'll just leave it until I get wood cut back to there. But I'm kind of disappointed with this, because I was hoping that forest would stay as is for another couple of years. There's another one leaning over right there. I really didn't want to touch that for like probably 3 years at least. But I'm going to have to come and cut up that. Beautiful winter scene.